Show me the money.
Money. There's
No,
the money.
Come on, open it up. Show me the money.
There's the money.
No, come on. Show me the money.
There's the money.
There's the money. This is a money shot. Right
Right
here.
on the money.
This is right on the money. But of course, there are some human beings in this world that seem to think that they have a right to, from a conjure up out of nowhere, pieces of paper like this, and you know, they call themselves banks, and they loan this money to this these other human beings. They loan this money to other human beings that call themselves politicians, that call themselves government, who then deposit this so-called money into bank accounts, and then they spend it on things, and then people go and use their time, energy, and talent and exchange that for pieces of paper with
coffee,
but they
real goods and services.
Yeah, but first of all, though, they exchange it for the piece of paper with the
that's right.
colored ink on it, right?
That's right.
Because it's very. There are some people that do barter, that do go, and you know, they're not as many people as not as many.
You're supposed to report that in dollar value anyway. Everything is tied to the dollar system.
So you have this group of human beings that, oh, by the way, they go by what's called the Federal Reserve. It says it on the money. It says it on the promissory note.
Federal Reserve.
This is a promissory note.
That's right.
It's a federal. It's a promise to pay. It's debt. And so they're allowed, these human beings, certain human beings, they're very rich, by the way. They're very rich at your expense, because what they do is, when they exchange a magical piece of paper, it's called a bond. They exchange a bond, treasury bond, for this magical piece of paper. Actually, the majority of it, I think it's about 95% of this magical money that's conjured up out of thin air is actually ones and zeros on computers. And then obviously you get a card, and you can get it, you know, out of your so-called alleged bank account that these human beings have manufactured. So it's all not real. We've all been duped into thinking that these set of human beings can basically have a open checkbook with nothing in it, an open bank account with nothing in it, and what they can do is create this so-called money out of thin air, and everybody uses it. It's central banking, and well, the majority of people use it, and yeah, they get very rich. And then they have this other group of human beings that's called the IRS. So they loan nothing out, and then your sweat, blood, and toil through taxes goes to pay the interest on what they you know, fakely loaned out, because they didn't have it to begin with. What's your thoughts on that?
It's all bullshit.
What's all bullshit?
The way the money is created out of nothing, and the way it circulates back to them. Hey, it's their system. It's their system. Actually, it totally makes sense. If they created the money system, they have the total right to say, look, if you use our money, this is the rules. We're going to collect some of it back, and when you make however much you make, here's a chart for how much you will pay us. The only problem is that then they make you use that system, do everything through that money. They actually say, look, you cannot use something else. You cannot do business among yourselves using another system. That's where they go wrong. So you are bound by their rules, and the way they enforce the rules is through violence. That's why I say the system is bullshit. Am I right?
It's true. It's all, you know, you have to have your labor, part of your labor, which is then transferred, obviously, into this currency, the currency they've created, Federal Reserve notes. Through this federal banking system, you have to pay, you have to give them X amount of it.
No, what if I said,
But if you don't pay,
look, what if I said, hey, I came out with this new money system here. Would you like to use this money system? Would you like, if you feel free to use the money that I print, but if you do so, you're going to have to pay me 10% of everything that you get paid. This is how it's going to work if you want to use it. I mean, that's totally legit, right? I mean, you can if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's not how the IRS works. It's not how the Federal Reserve works. They actually control an entire geographic region where if you try to use something else and you're going to have to convert it to dollars anyway and pay them taxes, or else, you know what happens when you don't pay the IRS, right?
What happens?
What happens? Well, if they first... You know, they can, for example, shut your business down. You know, if you have money in the bank, they can just take it out of your bank. They can reach into your bank account and just take your money without your permission. You know, basically, they think you have to pay them.
And if you don't pay, if they cannot extort the money from you by, you know, sending you the letters and stuff, what happens then?
Well, they will first try to make your life difficult. I mean, they're going to send letters to your employers and say, look, so and so hasn't paid the money, so if you're going to do business with them, can you please wire us some of that money, you know, and give him the rest, and things like that. They're going to try to use these kind of tactics. But ultimately, if they decide that you owe them enough money that it's worth pursuing, you know, and they try to collect it, and ultimately, if you resist, they won't call it self-defense when you defend yourself. They are willing and able to use lethal force against you.
Oh, are you saying they'll show up at your house or wherever you are and try and kidnap you?
Your house? They're going to call it their house.
And if you resist, what'll happen?
Yes, you are subject to assassination.
Oh. Nice bunch of people, right? Nice bunch of human beings.
They could put you in jail. They could...
They throw you in a cage?
Yes, that's right.
This is great money that we use, right?
Well, they consider that you owe them. See, you owe them. Whether you agree or not, they consider that you owe them, and they have the military on their side.
Right on.